Welcome back, everybody. GReimer here, and as you can tell, I am kind of in the middle of a fight. This is a little bit of an impromptu beginning to the episode, seeing as how I am in the middle of a fight. There's a bunch of terrible stuff around, but I'm sitting here farming the eye for some cash because I'm working on building up some finances off camera, and you can see there's a lot of slimes around right now. It's because the slime rain started about a second after I spawned in the eye. So I'm having to deal with the eye and all the slime, and I'll probably have to deal with the king slime too if I don't kill the eye fast enough. So let's get to work on killing the eye quickly to get him out of the way so that I can focus on killing a bunch of slimes. Get a bunch of that gel that I've been longing to get so much, and then we'll go from there. I've been doing some work off camera, as I said, and I got a bunch of clips to share with you. I've been actually, I went off to the jungle recently, and I got a bunch of jungle spores and stingers and whatnot, trying to get some supplies ready to make a blade of grass, which is one of the 4 swords I'm going to need before I can make the Knight's Edge sword. Knight's Edge sword is one of the best swords you can get prior to, actually the best sword you can get prior to hard mode. And I'm going to be working on collecting all the 4 swords that I need to actually make that thing. But first, right now, I got to focus on the moment here, and that is I got to beat the eye, get him out of the way, so I can kill all these slimes that are in the area. Blow up. Okay, he's taken care of. Now it's all just the slimes I got to deal with. So I've been, like I said, I've been collecting some resources. I've been trying to get things together here. I did not even get a trophy for that. Oh. So now it's just a matter of killing a bunch of slimes. I think you have to kill 50 or 75 slimes or so, and then the king slime will spawn in, and that'll be technically the first boss. Oh, Pinky! Pinky is the smallest slime, has some of the most health, actually, and he usually drops about a gold every time you kill him, which that one dropped 88 silver. It's also an achievement in the game, if you haven't actually completed it yet, is to find and kill Pinky. Usually the slime rain starts during the day sometime, but this time it started another time. As you can also tell from the top right, I got a lot of health up there. And I kept the last heart crystal. I guess I might as well do it now before I go into a boss, but I found my last heart crystal. I'll be showing it in a montage of all the stuff I went mining for. Let's go ahead and use it right now to get up to maximum health. And this purple slime was just beating me up. So I did manage to find a bunch of heart crystals while I went out mining. I tried finding as many resources as I could. I had managed to get my hands on an anklet of the wind from in the jungle as well. Jungle is where it's at. I mean, as far as heart crystals and finding some interesting treasures, I also got my hands on a boomstick from the jungle. It's another way to get a firearm early on in the game too. I have not made any livable spaces for the arms dealer to move in yet, so he still has not yet moved in. But he will. After I get done taking care of King Slime here, as soon as he spawns in, I will get to work on doing a little off-camera building. A couple more livable spaces, get rid of the little box houses floating up here, maybe do a little bit of decorating. Don't mind if I do, I'll grab that fallen star. And I'm going to continue to kill these slimes until King Slime spawns in. And there he is, look at that. King Slime has awoken. Now, where is he? He's to my right. Excuse me, green slime, I gotta go say hi to your boss. There he is, that's the king. That looks like a king slime. Grenades! Grenades are such a great early game weapon too, also. I mean, I'm getting a little bit beyond early game at this point. I'm getting some pretty decent stuff. There's another Pinky. Pinkies can get hit by grenades as well. Now you can see there's a little ninja inside him, and that, hopefully after I kill him here, I'll be able to get myself some of the ninja armor. I don't really need it for anything, but it is nice to try to collect all the armor just for funsies. Basically, with so many items there are in this game, there's no real point in trying to get specifically one thing unless you are just trying to collect it all. So, could make an armory later on in the playthrough or in the Let's Play here. Let's get rid of some of these little minions around there. I got a bunch of gold just from doing that. He's almost dead. He tries to teleport around sometimes. It causes me to stop being locked onto him. There he goes. King Slime has been defeated. And that should end the slime rain event. If you see in the bottom left, it should say the slime stopped falling. There it goes right there. So I really needed that slime also, because I was running really low on gel. Let's grab these fallen stars real quick. And a goblin army is approaching from the east. You know what? Might as well just keep this clip going, I guess. Okay, so the goblin army is like your invading army that comes in. I'm going to go grab some more stuff. I also might want to store my cash because if the goblin army kills me, I don't want to lose that. Demolitionist, I need to talk to you for a second. I need to shop with you, and then I need to buy a bunch of more grenades. Thank you. Okay, so this turned into an action-packed start to an episode. Okay. So the Goblin Army is one of the invading armies. Later on in the game, you can get invaded by pirates or Martians. During the Christmas event, you can also be invaded by snowmen, a snowman army. I've also been breaking these pumpkins as I find them, just to collect a stockpile of them. You can make pumpkin pie out of it, which is pretty nice. But you can also sometimes get a magical squashling from harvesting pumpkins during these events. Which, here comes the Goblin Army. Alright, so there's just going to be a bunch of them. It looks like some of them appeared underground. Oh, deal with him, Lewis, if you don't mind. These guys also drop spiky balls, which are right here. I'm going to put them up in my hotbar here because... oh my god, get out of the way. Okay, because these spiky balls, you can throw them, they do damage. Taking out the Goblin Army. They do damage, and they can actually linger around on the ground and hurt enemies that walk over them. So they can help to weaken larger groups. I'm also going to grab that sharpening station there, a little glimpse into the future when I show the highlight reel of the caving there, as I managed to find a sharpening station. Increases my melee damage whenever I click on it. Lasts for about 10 minutes. Alright, I got some more spiky balls. Let's throw these things around. Make it a real nightmare for people to walk in this area. Some of the spiky balls are going to take care of like these peons and stuff without me even having to do anything. Just fighting them all back. So the cool thing about the Goblin Army, though, is that there isn't actually a purpose to this. Sometimes they drop harpoons, which are kind of fun weapons. I mean, they're not really useful, though. But after defeating the Goblin Army, you can officially find the Goblin Tinker NPC somewhere in the cavern layer in the world. So you just kind of have to go explore and see if you can find him. He'll appear as a bound goblin underground. You have to free him, and then once you do, he will be available to move in. Let's get some spikes down in here. The Goblin Tinker is useful because he sells rocket boots for one, so that's my first flying accessory, so I can actually get off the ground and start flying a little bit. And then he also sells the Tinker's workstation, which will allow me to combine accessories, which will be great because some of the things that I have on right now can be combined. Actually, no, they can't be combined with each other, but I can combine other things to them to increase their abilities. And these guys are getting absolutely wrecked, by the way. Like, I'm with my max health and silver rock on the silver. Actually, no, I did make new armor. I forgot about that. In the last episode, I took out the Eater of Worlds and got a bunch of Demonite ore. So I made myself some shadow armor, which allows me to move a little bit faster, and it also has better defense. So I'm able to just kind of roam around just taking these guys out now. And I see my my fisherman, my angler, is in the fight over here too for some reason. I guess they flushed him out of his house. His door has probably been broken down, so I probably will have to go repair that. Goblin armies can break down doors, which is a little bit of a problem. Oh no, it's still intact. I guess he just decided to come out for a walk or something. So they're at 82% complete right now, and just getting absolutely trounced here. Early game, if you're not really prepared for these, they can be a problem. These guys will only spawn in, though, when you defeat those shadow orbs, when you break those shadow orbs in the corruption. So if you're not really geared up for that, don't go breaking those shadow orbs, and you don't have to worry about it. Goblin sorcerers, you're being annoying. And the Goblin army has been defeated. Alright, just gotta clear up the stragglers here, then. Another goodie bag, like it. Maybe that's the Reaper costume, who knows? Alright, made another 2 gold on that one, too. I've been saving up some money, people, like, for real. I need 35 gold just to buy the mini shark, which is from the gunsmith. It's something I want. Right now, I am sitting, if I do a quick stack, I'm sitting at a cool 58 gold. And now that we're back here, this inventory is a special thing, that's for sure. This is a real mess. But now that we're back here, let's see if I can't find where I put the stingers and the jungle spores and stuff. And see, there's grass seeds, and there's nothing in there. because I want to actually go ahead and make that blade of grass and show you guys how it's made. This anklet of the wind is going to be great because I just need to find one last thing. It's called an egglet, and it's found on the surface chest. And if I don't find one on this world, I will go and loot another world just on the surface to try to find it. Because then I can combine it with my Hermes boots down here, the anklet of the wind, and the egglet, and I can get the lightning boots. Oh, I know I need to combine it with Spectre boots. I need to find the Goblin Tinkerer, basically. I need to do some more underground exploring and find where he's hiding at. Speaking of where it's hiding, I gotta try to find... Okay, so here's the jungle spores. There's the stingers, found them. Alright, so we go over to the anvil, and from here, with those things, we can combine to make the blade of grass. This is a dangerous blade of grass. 29 melee damage. It actually does more than my enchanted sword, and also it's a very large weapon compared to what the enchanted sword is. But the enchanted sword also has that range attack, so I think I'm going to stick with it for right now. This thing can have it also has a chance to poison enemies, as you see in the description there. That's not a bad weapon. In fact, I usually use it, but that's because I don't always find an enchanted sword. So I'm going to stick that here in the piggy bank, hold on to it for safekeeping. And I just need 2 more swords. I'll give you a hint. The 2 swords are the Miramasa and the Fiery Greatsword. I need those 4 swords that I can create the Knight's Edge sword. Best sword in the game, pretty hard mode. It does like almost 60 damage. The Miramasa is found in the dungeon, which I believe is to the right. I have not explored that way. I've ended right here, just at the corruption. But since the jungle is over here, and I've gone all the way to the ocean, I didn't find any dungeon. I'm going to say that it's probably a safe bet that the dungeon's probably over this way. So if I can explore the dungeon, I might be able to find a Miramasa. There's also a couple things I want to get out of there. There's also the cobalt shield I wouldn't mind getting out there. But while I was down underground, I did manage to collect a bunch of obsidian, which I probably showed in one of those clips. Got 600 obsidian. Now the benefit of this stuff is that right here I can go ahead and make myself a obsidian skull. And if you look at the description from it, it says grants immunity to fire blocks. So like meteorite, for example, I haven't mined up any of that yet because I haven't found the meteorite. I didn't see it to the left, so maybe it landed somewhere to the right. But if I can get to the meteorite, those blocks actually hurt me when I stand on them. Unless, of course, bink, I make an obsidian skull. Now, what do I want to get rid of? I don't really use the climbing claws much, so I'll just kind of yoink, get rid of those things. I guess I could get rid of the band of regeneration because I don't seem to ever really be in danger, so maybe I'll get rid of that instead. Plus, that way, this +2 defense and whatever increases my defense to 24. Oh, I did end up getting a harpoon. Let's see if I can get a butterfly. Haha! Oh, I missed. Aha! Oh, I missed again. Aha! Got him. Bunny got him. So the harpoon is just kind of a fun weapon. It's not really that great. I guess 25 range isn't too shabby. I mean, but you just gotta hit them, otherwise you waste a lot of time. Let's hang up some of these banners in the temporary housing just to get them out of my inventory. I want to make sure we do a lot of damage to slimes, even though those things don't stack. I like to pretend. All right, let's sell this stuff. So I'm up to 13 goodie bags, and you know what? I want to know, do I get... Oh, I did get the ninja hood, too. So I did get a little piece of a king slime mask and a slime gun, so I can squirt people with it, and then they drip with goo. And that's it. This is kind of a... It says right there, it scores a harmless stream of slimes. So I'm just going to kind of throw that in there. So I think what I'm going to do is, here on camera, I'm going to actually open these 13 goodie bags and pray with all my might that I end up getting the Reaper costume, because I really want that, so that I can look like my Minecraft character a little bit, or at least roughly like it. So in the first one we got, we got rotten eggs. That's not good. Second one, more rotten eggs, really bad. Third, okay, this is not looking great. Okay, I got a wolf outfit. So I'm sticking with the fox though, because I'm kind of gotten used to it. So I'm going to be sticking all of the Halloween costumes up in here until this chest gets full. So let's go ahead and stick this in there. I got the wolf costume again. That's really terrible. I got the leprechaun costume. Actually, that's kind of cool. You know what? I'm going to switch to a leprechaun. So I'm no longer going to be the fox. The fox has said his thing, and I don't know what he said. So now I'm the leprechaun with claws, because you can see my accessories. Let's turn these things off so that it's not as terrifying to see somebody walking around. All right, what do we got in this next bag? We got cat ears. It's not really all that great, but you know, if you really want to wear them. I could look like the Bride of Frankenstein. Sure, why not? I mean, wouldn't that be fun? Let's conserve space. Throw that in there. Come on, more cat ears. I'm gonna sell that for sure. Got the Ninja Turtle. Oh, okay, done. Leprechaun's already finished. I am now a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Why not? Or as they call it in here, because of probably copyright reasons, the Karate Tortoise. But that's Leonardo, right? Like that's totally him. So that's a good substitute if I don't end up getting the Reaper, which I got another Karate Tortoise. I got a cat outfit, which is actually one I don't have. I have cat ears, but I didn't have the cat outfit, so I'll throw that in here as well. Leprechaun can go in here as well. I'm wearing the Karate Tortoise. That's another duplicate. And the last one, haha! I got the Creeper from Minecraft. Look at this. Isn't that a lot of fun? So just when I try to escape Minecraft, it joins into the game. You know what? I might have to be the Creeper for a little bit. I mean, why not? I love his little 4 legs that he roams around on. Looks kind of creepy. 3 legs. I don't really know how many are. Creeper on a magic carpet. Yeah, with a magic sword. Killing butterflies. I love this game. Okay, let's go store the Karate Tortoise. I'm totally going to be the Creeper for a while. I should probably try to collect 4 of these, right? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm the only one here. I can't sell anything to either of those two, but I can sell the rest of this stuff to this guy. So it's 60 silver a piece. That's pretty good, actually. Not going to complain about that. I don't actually need these rotten eggs for anything. It's best for pranking town folks, so I can throw them at people. But that's about all I can do. So we're just going to, no value to them. I guess I'll throw them in a chest for later. But yeah, we got the Creeper outfit. All right, sounds good. I'm going to do a little exploring to the right, and I'm going to see if I can't find the dungeon, and then I'll pick back up with you then, and we are going to try to fight Skeletron as a Creeper. Skeletron is the next boss that we have to face. He is guarding the dungeon. If you've never actually seen a dungeon in Terraria, oh my god, duck. Seriously, duck. Go away. If you've never actually seen a dungeon in Terraria, the dungeon is actually guarded by a dungeon guardian. It's a giant skull that comes out of the walls and just crushes you in one hit. There's a gold bunny. That's totally 10 gold. Don't mind if I do. He'll crush you in one hit. He's the strongest enemy in the game, including in hard mode. And it is actually a fun task to try to defeat him. You have to be creative to try to defeat him. You can't just do it in a fight. But if you want the Dungeon Guardian to go away and allow you access to the dungeon, you have to defeat Skeletron. He's on the surface in front of the dungeon. You have to talk to the old man that's staying there at night, and then he will turn into Skeletron because he'll talk about some curse. And that's what we're going to go talk to him about. All right, running out here. Look at that. Running out here to try to find the dungeon. I found the meteor crash site. I might as well collect some of this while I'm out here. I'm going to make myself a few sticky bombs. I'm going to blow up a bunch of this then. And see how much I can collect out of this. You can see meteor heads spawn right here. I do have the obsidian skull on, so these things can't really hurt me. Well, the meteor heads can, but the meteors themselves, the meteorite, can't actually hurt me. Let's continue to blow this up. If I get it down to less than 50 blocks, then I will be able to stop the meteor heads from spawning. Collecting some meteorite. Oh, another goblin army is approaching. That's nice. I'll have to deal with that when I go back. I'm heading to the east right now, so I might pass by them, but there's more sunflowers there, but I'm not. Here we go. Here's the dungeon. Alright, it just turned daytime, so what I'm going to do, because you can only fight the Dungeon Guardian at night, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little stuff in here. Here comes some of the goblin army. Now, they're not going to actually fight me completely here. They're just going to pass on through, and then they'll just kind of congregate down or at spawn then. I say that, but they're really sticking around here. Look at this. This is the dungeon, by the way. Got a little distracted by all these goblins fighting me. Well, what my plan is here is to actually set up a little temporary base. There, I got rid of them as a pest. Oh, maybe I didn't. Goblin armies arrived. Go away, goblins. Okay, maybe I'll have to fight these guys. But what my plan is here is to set up a little house, little box basically, and catch that worm. And then I'm going to put a spawn point in there because when I came out here, I brought with me a bed right here. And so I can set my spawn in case Skeletron kills me, or in case I die in the dungeon later on as I'm exploring it. But I'm going to take care of these goblins here real quick, and then I'll get to work on building that little safety spawn base, or spawning base, and then I'll be back with you. Alright, we got our little safety hidey hole there, a place to spawn set up, and it is set already. And here is Malik, the gunsmith, has moved into our hidey hole for right now. Let's go chat with him for a second, because I have enough to buy this, the mini shark. It's a sighted mini shark. That's actually really nice. Look at that, extra damage, extra critical strike chance. And you can see all the fun stuff that does. Half shark, half gun, completely awesome. So we're going to go ahead and throw that up here, because we're going to end up using that quite a bit, actually. I do need to buy a bunch of ammo, so I'm going to just buy a solid stack of musket balls for this thing. There we go. Should have enough to do some damage now. I'm going to keep the bow and arrow on us as well, and we are going to get ready to fight Skeletron. When I defeated those goblins army, though, I did manage to get my hands on 2 goodie bags. So, you know what that means? Maybe some Reaper action coming up here in a little bit. It is starting to get a little dark out. It did also start raining. Let me see if I can't throw down some lights in here. I kind of forgot to do that, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing while I'm fighting this guy. Built myself a little bit of an area to actually try to take him on here. Got some campfires set up to give myself some regen in the area. I don't really have any potions to add any more buffs to it, so hopefully I don't need them. Because, yeah, that would be embarrassing to get killed by Skeletron. I think I'm geared up enough. I got enough health, and I got some health potions, and, yeah. I got all my unnecessary things stored away. Malik is chilling inside there right now. Let me, I did pick up the strange plant also as I was going around. Let me throw that in there. I don't really need my fishing pole on me either. I don't really need, I wouldn't mind carrying some blocks on me in case I need to block up an area while I go on down into the dungeon. But for a Skeletron, I don't really need him. Can I actually talk to him now? Is it nighttime? Can I fight this guy? Is this a thing? Not yet. Tells me to come back at night. Okay, night is upon us. As you can see, as I'm talking to him, he has the curse option there. When I click on that, the fight will begin. Bring on Skeletron. There he is. Let's try to get out from the inside here and get up into my little area to fight him. I'm going to do what damage I can with the bow first, and then we're going to switch straight up to the mini shark. If I can get rid of his hands first, that'd be nice. And when he goes in that spinning attack like that, he actually does more damage, but he's susceptible to taking a lot of extra hits. So that's your time to deal damage to the skull itself. You don't have to actually kill the hands, but as you can tell, they're kind of a pain. So I wouldn't mind actually killing the hands. Alright, screw this. Let's get the mini shark out. So I can do some pops to his head here. You can just look at that damage right there. Like, it's not great per shot, but it fires so rapidly that the damage per second is just great. Nothing like fighting or seeing a creeper with like a assault rifle who's taking on a got rid of one of his hands. Got you taking on a floating skeleton. Love this game so much. Get your hand out of the ground there. I want to keep shooting it. I want to take out his hand so he's absolutely no threat then after that, other than just the spinning head. There we go. That's all I got. Light him on fire a little bit. Spin at me. There we go. Yeah, dishing out the pain. So once he is defeated, then I will be able to get into the dungeon without getting killed by the dungeon guardian. Skeletron is going to be one of the final bosses we have to really face, other than maybe the Queen Bee. The Queen Bee in the jungle is something else maybe I'll take on next episode, once I clear the dungeon. You can tell this boss actually doesn't stand much of a chance against me right now. The mobility items in the little arena I set up, the planning ahead goes a long way. And he is about to die, and... Come on, die. Defeated. Oh, we got the Book of Skulls also. That's an interesting drop from him. This is actually a magic weapon. It can shoot little flaming skulls out. Kind of creepy. Speaking of magic, I have 12 stars. How many do I have over here? I got 6 stars over here. Okay, so I need another 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Max mana, people. Oh, let's actually take this guy out with the Book of Skulls. Not the best magic weapon, but if you're dealing with a crowd of people, this thing would work great. Oh, they actually do curve towards your enemy, too. Oh, I ran out of mana. Oh, well, guns are still a thing. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. We managed to defeat Skeletron. And King Slime in this episode, so another 2 bosses this episode. I was also fighting the Eye of Cthulhu earlier, but yeah, that's old news. I've beaten him already. Next episode, I think I'll be taking on the Queen Bee, in part of it at least, in some of the episode there. And I did find a hive, just a little sneak peek here, when I was exploring that jungle. If I go all the way to the jungle, there is a hive right there, and that's where the Queen Bee resides. So now I can actually go down into this dungeon. So when we pick up in the next episode, I think that's exactly what I'll do. Is I'll go explore this dungeon, try to find the Miramasa sword, try to find the Cobalt shield, and try to find the handgun. Those are going to be the most important things I can find down here. And then after that, I'm pretty good. Everything else is just gravy. So, oh, I guess the Bewitching Table on the Alchemy Station would be a good thing to find in the dungeon too. There's a lot of stuff down there. A lot of stuff, and there's a lot of terrible things that want to kill us. So, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.